All right, all right. So this may be a long one. This may be a long one because I'm stuttering today. But I'm also talking about something that I really, really love. One of my favorite things in the world. So I might nerd out just a little bit. So I'll get into it. Carry prints, eat colors, ABCs of eat colors. Man, I hope I nail this graphic because if not, I'm going to look stupid. But I may look stupid anyway. Who knows? Who cares? I run down the alphabet talking about a different fruit, vegetable, spice, ingredient. I'm just kind of nerding out a little bit, trying to impart some information. Now, today we're on M and onto mushrooms. Man, one of my favorite things in the world. And the world of mushrooms has really exploded recently. You'll see mushroom coffee, medicines. A lot of more exotic mushrooms are kind of being sold and used now, which is, a good thing. I personally, like I said, love mushrooms. Over 2,000 varieties out there, about 25 or so are, recognized as edible. So today we have a king oyster, oyster right here, the fanny one here, and then shiitake, right? I wanted to get a kind of couple of different ones because people are familiar with, the white mushrooms, button mushrooms, and portobello became the new kind of, very popular mushroom out there. So I just wanted to kind of talk about a few more because they all have different flavor profiles, nutritional things, and then, so wanted to talk about some of the general things though that make mushrooms good for you. They're great for your immune system. They're great for fighting inflammation. They're great for physical and mental energy. They're great for converting energy production. So very high in vitamin B, high in vitamin D, high in polysaccharides for your immune system, high in carotenoids for your inflammation, super high in the and low in calorie, right? Which makes these something that you should really, really consume. Now, if you are one that's maybe prone to some fungus things, then maybe you can stay away from mushrooms. But there, like I said, there are tons of different ones out there. And then extending over into the medicinal side, with your lion's mane and cordyceps, other things like that, those are important because, well, lion's mane specifically has been known to stimulate nerves. And it kind of helps stimulate your brain. Cordyceps itself is just when it really gets into your system and just helps clean things out, right? Because it attaches to things and kind of gets them out of there, right? So that's why the mushrooms are good for you. I like to talk about, why, not just that they're good. There are some of the compounds that are in this, the fatty acids, the I'm forgetting, but mycosteroids also that really help just make this a complete powerhouse in the nutritional world and in the medicinal world, right? So now let's talk about eating because I love it. Oh boy, I love me some mushrooms. So you'll see that mushrooms have become really popular in vegan substitutes now, especially the king oyster here. Because you can, if you slice this in half, shred it, get rid of the woody stem here at the bottom, and shred it, like it actually turns out to be a really good substitute for meat. And you can even bread it, kind of cook it like chicken. Now I know some people out there is like, why would I even do that? Well, fine, don't call it chicken, just call it a fried mushroom if you want, if you want to do that as well. But so your shiitakes, they cook super fast. You can start these out in just a little bit of oil or no oil if you really want to brown them, but shiitakes are going to cook really, really fast. Oyster mushrooms, I like really putting these in soup, but these also saute up well and go awesome with butter, just like all your mushrooms do. They go well with butter, shallots, onion, thyme, garlic, whew, sherry vinegar, all the vinegars, right? So I love the umami that comes out of these, right? And let's talk about that for a second, right? Because a lot of people, well, MSG has gotten a particular rap over time, right? But MSG, monosodium glutamate, is also naturally occurring, and that's what umami is. Umami comes out when you roast things like this, roast tomato peels, other things. So it can't. That's what umami is. It's that extra flavor, that little thing that you like. What is that? That comes from really roasting these and browning these. So there are some that you can start in a dry pan. Hit me up for details or look them up because there's plenty of information out there because there are different cooking methods for all of these. But get more mushrooms in your life. And once again, Eat Colors. Check it out, eat-color.com for more information, all your Eat Colors merch, and the membership. So I'll catch y'all next time. I told y'all it was going to be long. I'm sorry. I apologize.